Welcome to the nice sweet spot where the reviews are on target and tell it like it is, whether it hits the spot or misses the target. Now, before we get into today's review, make sure you click that target mark subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. So, we're less than a week away from Christmas, the most wonderful time of the year, at least for me. Even if you celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or, just being alive, or nothing in particular at all, there's something magical about twinkling lights. There's gotta be, especially with LED lights popping up just about everywhere online and even in your local stores. I'm not sure, but there might be some lights in even a Dollar Tree. Well, with the doom and gloom of the restrictions last year, I took on a few DIY projects, and one was purchasing LED lights for my closet, my daughter's room, our staircase, and kitchen cabinets. And with so many from which to choose, I decided on the Govee LED lights. So let's get into this review, especially if you want to get a little festive or your kid's been asking about some LED lights for their room. So, what's sweet about the Govee LED lights? Well, the setup is really easy. You can take them right out the box, and they have a sticky backing on them, and you can just put them up anywhere you want, indoors that is, and installing them under the cabinets or table or closet. You get a few extra tools that can help you out with that to keep them in place, but there are a few issues that I'll get back to when we cover some tart features. Now, if you've watched any of my previous reviews and videos, you'll know that I love cool apps and gadgets that come with apps, and they fit the bill. You can control the color and other different settings directly from your phone or your tablet with a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connection. Speaking of colors, it has 16 million options. That's crazy, right? I'm gonna just press a couple of them. If that's too overwhelming, then you can do some of the different default colors. You can see it changing behind me. And since you don't get the full effect in the daytime, I actually recorded some footage at night in my kitchen, and I use a red light, and in my closet I have a blue light, and on the staircase I'm just showing you how you can change the light colors. And I hope that seeing it at nighttime is helpful and allows you to get an idea of how it can look in your home. So another sweet feature is setting up the time when you want the lights to turn on and turn off, and this can come in handy if maybe you're not home, or maybe you want the staircase lights to come on at a certain time. You can also set up the lights to music. Though I don't use this feature that often, it's perfect for parties. The app even has a group setting if you want certain lights to come on all together at once. I actually use this in my kitchen for the cabinets. These lights, they also work with Echo and Google devices if you want to create a smart home, which I'm all about that. There's a few other features I really love with creating certain effects and like holiday scenes and seasons as well. Okay, so what's sour about these LED lights? Well, if you're expecting to pay the price of the ones in Five Below or Marshalls or somewhere like that, forget about it. Unless you get them on sale, which does happen sometimes. I purchased mine through Amazon, but you can get them directly through Govee. I've looked at their website and sometimes they have sales on there. And the prices for a 16 feet one, it's about $20. And for the one that's about 32 feet, that's $30. And I don't think that's too steep, but some folks might. But remember that using the app to adjust your lights, it's much better than the remote control, which will more than likely come with the cheaper light versions, right? That's the main sour feature, but I do have a few on the tart side for sure. Okay, first, if you're not on the ball and you don't take the time to measure where you want your lights to go, you might come up short or get more than you need. But this would be something that you got to do, right? But this is the case, like I said, with any LED lights, not just this brand. You also have to think about where your outlets are located, because these lights, they're not battery operated. Like you might find some LED ones that are. These are not. And if that's what you're looking for. This also means that if you only want the lights to be on the ceiling of a room or something like that, and you're simply concerned about them and wanting them to look aesthetically pleasing, then it would be a good idea to purchase LED extension cables, or even a power extension cable, which I actually did for my staircase. And I did it for my daughter's room too. And these cost you about $10 or even a little less. Of course, this means that you may need to spend a little more money than you planned in addition to the lights. But if you want them to look nice, then it's a good investment, I think. Another tart feature that some people may consider to actually leave them sour is the setup of certain strips. Now, if you don't read or watch reviews, you may be surprised to find out that the 32-foot LED light strip, it's not one strip. It actually comes with two in a box, similar to this one I just showed you. It has two in here. And depending on how you're trying to set up your lights, that's going to determine if you have just two or one. And something that I find to be interesting is that you might say, oh geez, I thought I could just put them all together and it's just one long strip, and it's not. This actually almost happened to me if I didn't read a review and realize that instead of getting one 32 strip, I was getting two 16s. And so I thought about how I was going to install them, right? Then what you can do is you can use what's an LED strip connector and have the strips keep going. Now this issue, unfortunately, is going to mean that you need to purchase the connectors separately. They don't cost that much though. The process to connect them, I would say it's easy, but it can be a little frustrating too, because you might need a little tool to splice them properly, just scissors, right? But you got to make sure you splice them properly with the copper RGB area exposed, and then insert them securely under the metal connectors. If you don't have them securely, they're not going to work, or you'll see one set of lights come on and the other ones won't. Now that I've let you know my thoughts on the Govee LED lights, here's a wrap review letting you know about all the hype. Hey, it's about time for my latest wrap review. Check this out. Tired of lights that's one color solely? Might be time to check out the Govee LED strip lights. Easy to install and they fit right on your wall, stairs, cabinet or closet. Peel the back and stick where you want and you got it. But beware, you might need an adapter. For aesthetic reasons, you might want to capture a certain look that's sleek. Once it's up, I promise you, you'll be geek with endless colors from red, green, and blue. Set the perfect mood in any hue. Programming easy straight through the app. Use Amazon too, Google and the Snap. Create room groups and special commands using the light dark when you want to dance, or even party the music with the lights. So many spots out there, yo, that's nice. I hope my review was helpful, especially if you're considering getting some LED lights for your house, or maybe to surprise a kid by installing some in their room. As always, if you have any questions, or maybe you actually have these lights or some other LED lights and you've created some cool light shows and features and you just want to share them or say what you liked about it, drop it in the comments. Also, if you haven't already done so, click that subscribe button. I'll see you next time at the nice sweet spot. Take care.